So we're looking at my YouTube account, and my next post, preview time, is a very specific tutorial. I don't normally do such specific content, but I'm seeing, like, if I do really niche down stuff, how much better does it succeed than larger strategy type things. But also, like, I've noticed that it seems no one had the answer when I was trying to solve this problem myself, so I had to get a tutorial for how to do HDR live streaming specific to Windows, and then I had to find a tutorial on how to set up in certain color codecs on separate devices, but there was nothing for the Mac solution for it, so I worked it out on my own by adapting the existing... Oh my god, I had such good sleep last night. So I had to work it out on my own by altering the existing information out there and just trialing it for myself. So this is a tutorial on how to do it with Mac, with my softwares, with my specific type of thing. This title, I've gone very keyword heavy because this is basically what I would be searching in Google. It's less clickbaity and more the people who are looking for this have a very specific problem they're trying to solve. So let's make it a little more human. So if we go with... Let's copy that so I don't forget. So right now it's HDR live streaming, Apple Mac, M1, OBS settings. How to set up... Wait, how to do your OBS settings for live streaming in 4K HDR on an M1 Apple Mac. And I've got a MacBook Pro, but I put that in my specs in it, so I don't put that in the title. The thing that annoys me is grammatically, I know you're not really supposed to capitalize like these little words on and for, do, to, like no one really capitalizes them, but it just looks so weird in the title, so when I get that much on and off like that, I never know if I should leave it or if I should just capitalize everything. Because it's a title, I'm going to capitalize everything, even though it hurts my brain. And honestly, maybe it's because of how YouTube displays it in the font. Like, if it wasn't in the font it is, which is very, like, angular and blocky and, you know, very user-friendly for reading for, like, people with dyslexia and stuff. If it wasn't like that, I might not capitalize it, but because of how it displays, I don't really mind. Oh. Literally, why am I yawning? Okay, so we have my default description here. I'm contemplating adding affiliate links for all the equipment I use because I feel like that would be beneficial, but right now I only have links to my other platforms, and people use these to click through to my website. Like yesterday I had a guy click through to my shop, and then I've got my martial arts channel as well, which I had someone watching my live stream yesterday. For my description, we got all my default preset stuff, and I don't want to go too heavy on the description because, like, if you do too much word stuffing, then YouTube is just like, well, what the hell are you talking about? What are you trying to do? So I try and keep it to like a sentence or two, honestly, and that works quite well for me. So follow along with a step-by-step guide of how to do your OBS live stream settings on your M1 Apple Mac. I need to mention HDR. Follow along with it. I have on how to set up your OBS software for HDR live streaming on your Apple M1 Mac. Stop everything looking desaturated. That's the main concern when you do HDR live streaming. Like in my software, it looks really grayed out, but obviously like I'm streaming now and it's got the full color version. That's because it's in 10-bit color. I haven't actually set my screen to HDR mode because I hate how that makes everything else on my screen look. So although I can't necessarily see my HDR on everything on my screen, my computer is interpreting it all in HDR, so it does that. And then playlists, all videos. I only really maintain this, so like if people want to watch all of my stuff, then they can just click on it and go all the way through. Like I can't stand when I'm going through someone's whole YouTube library and I have to go back to the homepage and scroll and click every single time, so that's why I do it. No, it's not made for kids, but don't restrict it from kids because kids are allowed to do it. No paid promotion or product placement because OBS is not paying me for that. No altered content, it's all real, it's screen recorded from this very software I'm talking about. Allow automatic chapters, but I am going to put in my own chapters in a second. And then it'll override the automatic chapters, so it doesn't matter. Automatic places allowed, automatic concepts are allowed. I might stop doing my preset tags for so many, because it's not to do with SEO, it's not for social media. Well, it is for social media. I don't know. I'll change it. Live stream. Marketing. It's not for marketing strategy. It's not email marketing. I did all these things so I could just delete them, but I'm finding myself deleting them a lot, and I feel like it's just easier at this point to just do div.digital and then my name, and then I can swap it all out later. Not web design. Kind of content creation. It is videography, not photography, not SEO. Could be gaming. I'm not going to put art because I feel like digital artists do different stuff altogether. Okay, so OBS, HDR, 4K, live stream, Mac OBS settings, tutorial, step by step. Okay. It is in English. I don't have any captions. Oh god, I can feel my jaw crunch every time I do that. My biggest fear with my Lockjaw and stuff is that it'll be open and it'll get stuck open, and everyone's always like, that's so irrational, that'll never happen. And then one friend was like, oh yeah, that happened to me once, it was really bad. So I'm never going to be okay with that idea. Standard YouTube license. Yes, people can embed it. I would like my people to know about it, please. Allow people to remix. Although no one's ever remixed me, but I'm just waiting for the day that I give some advice and everyone's like, that's terrible, that's wrong, how could you? And I'm just gonna farm the engagement, so why not? People blocked. It is a tutorial, so I'm gonna put it in, because you could put it in education or you could put it in how to and style, but how to and style is more like makeup artists, I feel. So if I put it in education, then problem walkthrough, there we go. Problems. I'm pretty much gonna copy paste from my chapters when I do this, so I'll come back to this. It's not an academic system because it's not. This is for, like, educational channels, people who do like follow along to a course. I guess I could kind of do that if I did my old college notes, but I'm trying to just adapt some of my older stuff so it fits more modern day concepts, because whenever you go through educational stuff or anything media or marketing related, it's just completely outdated. Like we had like a YouTube unit, basically, like making video for social media. I can't remember the exact name of the unit, but it's basically the YouTube unit, and everyone knew I was the YouTube geek. Like, even, like, in high school, I was that weird YouTube girl, and then in college, I was, like, the YouTuber, which was a little cooler, and people saw me as, like, an authority figure a bit, but still, like, it was a bit weird that I was the one who knew about YouTube at college. So we had a bit where we were told about the different styles of making video for YouTube, and it was just wrong. And we were telling the tutor, like, this is not accurate. And he was just like, yes, it is. It totally is. Like, yes, he has to follow a curriculum, but also who's setting this curriculum? Because it's a college course, and it's obviously like a modern new unit. So, like, I imagine they were largely left to deal with it themselves. For some reason, I'm projecting the face of a croupier I know onto him, but it wasn't. But there was also a bit where we had to write, like, because we had crew, we had to all work together and be crew to create each other's video projects. We had to work together and we would help everyone else and be crew on their team, and then they would help us and be crew on our video. And I remember that someone said, oh yeah, I didn't have a camera operator, I shot it myself. And he was like, but you listed yourself as the camera operator and you're on camera. It's like, yeah, I self-shot it. And he's like, you can't do that. And it's like, what do you mean? It's like, you physically can't shoot yourself. And it's like, but I did, but I am. But that's what the majority of YouTubers do, of like vlogging and stuff. Like, I think they might have done a hair tutorial or something. And it was like, it's literally physically possible. So just the concept of self-shooters wasn't allowed, so any kind of educational stuff is just inaccurate. So I don't know how standardized that is, but we'll see. What does it mean? Causal standard. I don't think it means it's just standard practice. I think it means the standard to which you are held, but yeah, whatever. Comments are on. I always like to sort by newest because, you know, sorting by top is fine, but I want to give everyone a fair chance. So if the comment section gets really busy, I want people to be able to like get more popular, and then people can arrange it however they want. That's just the default setting. So we're going to come back to this later, but video elements, add an end screen. I have a default end screen that I use from all my last stuff. But I like to do this one so we can have the playlist option and then the video option and then subscribe to me, and I always try and keep it for the last 5 seconds. So that's saved. Add cards. I don't have a reason to add a specific card right now, and I don't feel like I'm going to be adding many cards unless I like name drop someone, so I don't need that right now. Copyright, no copyright issues because I shot it myself and I didn't have background music. And then public, but I would be scheduling it, so I'm going to schedule it for Sunday at as early as possible, because why not? I just want it to be posted on a Sunday. So posted, let's say like 7:30 for no real specific reason. Time zone, it defaults to my local time zone, but you can choose your time zone. You could set it as a premiere, but I don't really feel like there's need to set it as a premiere. I only do that if, like, for premieres, it's like, oh, I had this amazing thing that I've been building up for a week, so you guys ready? Are you hyped? And I doubt for to do that for anything right now. So details. So I'm going to click through. I'm kind of going to spoil my own video here for a minute, but you know, if you're watching the live stream, then the video itself is probably already out, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's saved. So I'm going to go into one of my older videos and then copy this formatting, because you have to type in a very specific format for it to show up and actually automate. So you have to have this time intro plus. You can't just have no intro because it won't register it, so you have to say intro plus, and then you can segment it. So we go on here and we edit again, and we include the chapters over here. We're going to delete the names of the stuff. And if we need more chapters, we'll just add them on later, and we're going to adjust the timings. Okay. I'm going to mute Spotify for a second so I can actually hear myself. Oh wait, I don't even need to mute, I just need to pause it, silly me. Okay. So we're going to play it. So my intro starts at 0, obviously. And that's very fast. It's a very short video.
As it stands, I'm pretty sure that YouTube is the only platform that allows HDR live streaming. For those of you who don't know what HDR is, basically it's a way of getting truer colors in
Okay, so
your live stream. Essentially, it contains a lot more
intro and explaining what HDR is.
for exposed version, and then it will compile them all and make a truer image. It would be a lie to say I fully understand everything.
It likes to jut around in this preview format. So at 0 minutes and let's say 46 seconds, because you need to give people a second to register what's going on, and you don't want them to miss the beginning of a chunk, because I always end up clicking back when people miss the beginning of a chunk. So opening our preferences. Okay.
So I don't normally do tutorials to YouTube.
No, I'm not going to make a bunch of chapters for such a short video, so. Editing settings in preferences. And then once I'm done, I actually still need to link the example in the description. So once I'm done with this live stream, I will actually add the example, and I'll maybe I'll add a card for that. Who knows? We'll see. Now you know what? I'm gonna go to the edit the end screen, and the video, instead of best for viewer, I'm gonna choose a specific video, and I'm gonna put my last live stream in there. But then when I'm done, I'll use this live stream because I feel like this would be a more fun live stream to put in as an example. Okay, now because my chapters are actually not that specific, maybe I will get really hyper specific in my timing problems. So, okay. Down here. Okay, problem walkthrough. Helps learners explain what explanations are. Okay, so instead of intro explaining what HDR is, we put it in question form. So, what is HDR? And then we're gonna have to get a little more niche down here. So if we go to 46 seconds. Ugh, God, YouTube. You know, I'm opening it in another tab. I don't care anymore. It won't count it as a view for me anyway. But you know what? I'm putting it at the super low res quality so you don't get the benefits. Because why am I being petty towards my own audience? 720. 720 works, right? 720? I mean, the real thing will be in 4K, and this is in 720, so I feel like that's enough petty for, like, previewing my own audience. Do your little watching the live stream, catching the live preview special stuff. And now it won't even load. Okay. 57 seconds, and the question will be, what server should I connect to for streaming HDR on YouTube? So set up those problems, then The only thing I have remaining now is to make my thumbnails, and I feel like this would be a really good time to demonstrate how thumbnails work on YouTube now. Obviously, you can just upload your thumbnail file, or you can have an auto-generated one, which will pick a random frame, but I really like how in a lot of YouTube groups, there are constantly people asking, oh my god, which thumbnail is better? How do I grab people more? So YouTube has decided to implement a solution for this, which is YouTube testing thumbnails, which is like A/B testing it's called, but you know, just split testing because it's actually ABC testing because you can do up to 3 variants. But you can create 3 different thumbnails and then it will test it over the course of 2 weeks or until it feels it's collected enough data, but normally it's like 2 weeks. And then it will choose the thumbnail that has had the longest watch time. Like, not just the click-through rate, not which one was clicked on the most, but who clicked on it, found what they were expecting to find, and then continued watching the video and found it entertaining, for example. So the one that accumulates the most watch time in 2 weeks will default to being the thumbnail setting. So we're going to produce 3 different versions and do that now. So I always start with a little screen grab of my video. I know I should technically just like shoot a thumbnail, but I never bother doing that. So let's find a frame where I feel like it shows a bit of what I'm doing, but then also demonstrates a nice little upbeat smiley moment. Which, to be honest, I was just talking for the majority of this, so let's at least try and find one where I was looking in the camera. And this is like painful because then I have to find a freeze frame where I feel like I actually look nice. Which, like, it's not terrible. I don't think I look bad, but I'm just a person who works best when animated. If you watch my kawaii desk setup review video and unboxing and stuff, you'll find that I've got a screenshot button on my new keyboard, and that defaults to allowing me to select the crop of the thumbnail right away, so. Like that. Make sure that's actually appeared. Desktop, screenshot, yay. Okay, so I'm going to open up Canva on my other window, Safari. Just gonna log in before I switch over. Okay, I'm already logged in. Nothing sketch going on in my documents. No, we're good. Okay, right. On Safari. There we go. So I'm going to create a design. YouTube thumbnail defaults. These dimensions never fail me. Kind of annoys me that the thumbnails are always so low resolution, but they are small, so I can like accept that. And then we're gonna take my screenshot. Gonna put it in there. Check how the dimensions panned out, because obviously it's not gonna naturally match, but we can just crop most stuff out of it. We are really not far off at all, so I'm just gonna get rid of this little corner here to match it all up. There we go. Okay, so now, because I like to keep my thumbnails really simple, I'm gonna add some text, and I have text that I want to copy from a previous thumbnail, so I'm just gonna open that up and copy it over, and then I can edit it. So do. So not what sitemaps, but OBS settings for HDR on Mac. And then that's in there. And then I'm gonna elongate it, because I think, do I want it on one line? I think I want it on 2 lines. There you go. Okay, do we bring it down here? Get some contrast going, wipe the lines in the corner. I want it just boxed. Ooh, I wanted to box it within these lines here, so, but making it smaller isn't really gonna work in my benefit, so we're gonna go like that. No? No, I might have to make it smaller because it's really bugging me. There we go. Okay. Well, it's not so small. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. 1 line over OBS, 1 line down. There we go. There we go. Okay. So OBS settings for HDR on Mac, and then I'm gonna get the little. I'm gonna hope that the OBS logo is in this, because you know copyright stuff isn't ideal. And I know that I'm only working with the free version of Canva, because I don't really feel like it's necessary for me to get a bigger version unless I have very specific products. But it might not have the logo, so I might have to go pinch the logo. It's illustrative content, so it does fall under fair use, but I really don't like having to do that. Okay, so OBS, logo, PNG. Do people recognize it more with the blue or not? I'm not sure. Well, I'll get this one and see if I can put it well in the frame, and if not, I'll get the full PNG. That's my over thumbnail. I can get rid of that now. So, upload the element from my downloads. Get it here. I think if I can just fit it nicely in this little box area. Oh, if I have it linear with my thing there, maybe? Let's see. Make it a bit bigger, I think. I do think this is something I'm going to test with the split testing, actually, is I'll do one that has the blue, and then I'll try one that has the full PNG. I feel like this is really just not big enough. I feel like this needs to stand out more as an overlapping thing, so we're going to make it big, big, big. There you go. Big, big, big. Big. Okay. So, OBS settings for Mac. Oh, don't move that. Undo, undo, undo. Undo, undo. I want my text. Text. Okay, maybe we can just have it all hidden on there. Okay, I feel like that works. That works. Okay. So, OBS settings for HDR on Mac. And then we're going to put 1, because it's, wait, we're going to do thumbnail 1. Share, download on JPEG because we're doing it for sharing on a computer. And then I'm gonna put it into my file on where all the video stuff for this is, and then I'm gonna have a sip of my drink. If I go back to my Chrome, then you'll see if I do test and compare. So we're gonna add the first one. And there's my first thumbnail. And then that's all there and uploaded. And then if we come back to my Safari, I'm gonna start tweaking it. So now I don't want to try it for free because I'm cheap. Then we're gonna get the proper PNG one. And then download the PNG. Go back to Canva. And I've got my PNG here. There you go. Feel like nice big. Now I want to sort of shuffle the layout a little bit more. So if we go OBS settings for HDR on Mac. We're kind of working with the thirds here. I don't want to have it like central because that really doesn't flow with the framing, but I want the logo to overlap a bit more. So I want this to be longer. So 4K. Let's see if the mention of 4K works. On MacBook Pro. I wanted it to be wider, so fill more of the frame like that. At least that's central, I guess. And then if I bring the logo there, maybe a bit bigger. Really want the logo prominent because remember, a thumbnail is only a tiny thing. And so we're gonna try that one. So we're gonna download 2. And you would think that actually making 3 different thumbnails to split test would take a lot longer than if you only were making 1 thumbnail. But I find myself not getting lost in the minutia of like really petty things. Like, oh, should I move that 1 pixel to the left or 1 pixel to the right? Should I have a little bit of zhuzh? Then I notice that I worry about that less, and then I actually will get the best result in the end because of the split testing. And I get through it all faster. So, upload 2. And now because I prefer the way this one looks, and I'm gonna lessen the words a bit more. So I'm gonna swap out Mac for Apple. Apple. OBS settings for 4K HDR on Apple. Do I do that? Do I do that? Get rid of 4. OBS settings, 4K HDR, Apple Mac. And then, can I make this narrower? I want to make it narrower. Do. Not really. Can't really make it narrower. Oh. Make it big? No, like that, no. Doesn't get lost in the minutia instantly, starts tweaking stuff by pixels. But it's also like how you frame a shot, okay? This is like my thing. I started with cameras, I'm always gonna be about cameras. I do prefer the little cogwheel. What can I do to change this one? I think I want to add some sparkles. So if I go back to my kawaii thumbnail, I'm gonna copy some sparkles because I like the sparkles and I think they look pretty. And also yellow is just a good comparison to purple because it is its complementary color. So we've got 1 sparkle, put it right on the logo, like that. And get another sparkle. We had a smaller one. What was the smaller one? Copy. And then paste it like that. Do I put another one on here? No, you can't see that there. Put this here. No. Here. Okay. And there was a third one. What was my third sparkle? So I got the 1, 2. This one. Okay. And then 3. And do I put it there? I do. I think I put it there. Do I put it there? It's a bit too close. It's a bit online. Okay. That one. There. And then I feel like I need one little one. So let's get this. No. Get this one, copy, paste, rotate it, and then bring it down here. Make it a little smaller actually. Bring it down here. Okay. A little sparkle. And I feel like that really shows off my personality more. Okay. So then we're gonna share that and then download JPEG. Oh, don't open Capture One. Quit. Okay. Then we're gonna go on Chrome. And then I'm gonna upload my final one. Honestly, I feel like the third one might be the answer. I will be making a link to this. Actually, I can do that before I sign off. I'm gonna show you. So, Chrome. Okay. So we're gonna go in here. And this is a link to this live stream. So we're gonna get a shareable link because the link stays the same afterwards. And it said the thumbnail test completed, but the thumbnail test didn't even take place. Okay, maybe I can reset that later. But we need a link to show an example of it. See an example link, and then also end screen. I'm gonna change that one out. Can I edit that to what I'm currently making? Yeah, it says we can. Okay, save. Okay. Thumbnail test. Ugh. There must be a way to like change that later. New test. There you go. New test. New test. So when that actually goes public, then it'll be fine. So we got 1. I'm gonna find 2 again. 2. 3. Fingers crossed for 3 because I actually really like that one. Okay, done. And when that goes live tomorrow, schedule it. We don't actually want it to go up at 12. We want it to go up at like 7:30. We said, didn't we? 7:30. Done. I commend YouTube for not letting people schedule at random minute intervals. I feel like doing it the quarter hour is probably for a processing reason, but like, it's impossible for people to be like, look, I just casually uploaded it right now. You don't actually want stuff to go like live when you actually upload it because it still needs to process the other times anyway, so you know it's fine. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Look out for all my live streams in the future. I'm doing them a bit more consistently recently. But I kind of just do it so I can have a record of stuff that I'm doing and feel like I'm achieving stuff. And, you know, that one person who watches it all the way through is going to really help buff my watch time. So, and if you want to see me completely unfiltered talking absolute shite all the time, then check out my lives because I normally edit that stuff out of my videos. Not all of it. Definitely not all of it. But we just got to condense the video so it stays on point sometimes. So thank you. Please subscribe and have a nice day.